I am Jeff. You are you. And we are doing this now at 10 o'clock on a Sunday evening. It's the last Sunday of the month of October of 2020. It's 10:25 in case anyone's keeping a record. So this number down below has nothing to do with what we're going to be talking about. But know somebody, if you're going through something, if you need somebody to talk to, there's the number. It's completely confidential. It's completely anonymous. Just talk to somebody about what you're going through. Also, I want you to repeat after me. I am valuable. I have value. People value me. People care about me. I care about people. I love people. People love me. Hey, luggage. So today is going to be pretty simple. We're going to get down to situational environment, behavioral environment, and we're going to go from there, okay? It's really simple, and it really affects how your world works. So in my office, in my Lego room, as this is our toy room, man cave, whatever you would like to call it, I have things that show up on screen behind me that isn't for my audience. It's not for anybody but me, actually. I've got a picture of dash hounds. I've got the Batman art. I've got a shit ton of Hot Wheels. And for me to be comfortable in here, for me to be comfortable in what I'm doing, for me to feel like I'm a person, I have to have these things in sight when I'm on camera. And even when I'm in here by myself or things like that, the environment that you're in can affect the behavior that you are having. It can affect your mental state. The mental state of you is very important. If you're in a room that's uncomfortable, you will be uncomfortable, either physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Okay? And I'm gonna go through some tips on how to make yourself comfortable in a room that's yours. That's your room, that you have a fallback position to, that you have a haven, a sanctuary, whatever you want to call it. So look around your room, office, man cave, garage, whatever the hell you want to call it. Find 5 things that you like. For me personally, I joke about this all the time, but I like my pirate ship. It's not even really a pirate ship. It's a goddamn Imperial ship. I like it. It means a lot to me because a friend gave it to me. These Hot Wheels show years of me hunting in stores, accomplishing something that I wanted to accomplish, which was accomplish fucking buying a Hot Wheels or Batmobiles in whatever nature, okay? This over here is Ghostbusters and Star Wars and Star Trek figures. They have value, they're worth money, whatever. I don't care about any of that. I care that I can look at those and be happy with the memory that is associated with those. The 4th thing that I see that you people usually don't see is that I have this spaceship off to my right at all times when I'm doing something. Because I like it. It's one of my most favorite things I've ever built. And the 5th thing that I have counts as 2 things. I've got toys from my childhood on a windowsill that's to my right. Now, none of you are ever going to see any of that. Maybe I'll pan the camera over there one day. But all of those things are memories that bring me happiness, that bring me joy, that makes me feel comfortable in my own skin. And that's important, because if you're happy and you're thinking about those fond memories in the room that you're in, then you're not going to drift towards negativity. You're going to drift towards something positive, something optimistic, and that's what it's all about. If you're low and you're negative, you're not going to be a good person to yourself or to anyone else for that matter. I'm going to give an example from my personal life. I almost ripped my hair out the other night simply because of the situation that was our kitchen. In the kitchen, we have dishes and everything else, right? But on the windowsill, I have 4 Ninja Turtles, a Lego boat, and some other miscellaneous Lego things. Because my partner, my fiance, she gets it. She knows that I need those things in a room. I'm not going to function correctly. And the room has to be a specific way. And the room has to be comfortable for everybody, including her. And it was not comfortable for either of us. It was a goddamn mess. And I was so angry that she hadn't cleaned it and that I hadn't cleaned it that I was ready to go nuclear. And I had to check myself. Now, checking yourself could be one of two things. Pausing, having your outburst and realizing I have gone too far. That's it. Because you don't really realize that you need to check yourself until you've already fucking wrecked yourself. Yeah, see what I did there? It rhymes. So, you do those things. We all know what it's like when we're about to go. We're all about to blow. Everybody's different, okay? You, me, the other guy, we're all different. We're all different about when we're about to blow. You need to recognize that. If you don't recognize it, you are fucked. Because you will blow. You will hurt people. You will hurt yourself. You will bring yourself down more. Because you couldn't control those emotions. It's just that goddamn simple. So, let's go over how we check ourselves. Am I acting rationally? Am I acting irrationally? Why am I acting this way? What can I do to fix it? In that case, I was not acting rationally. I was acting irrationally. The kitchen is what made it that way. What can I do to fix it? Just clean the fucking kitchen. It's like getting over that speed bump. It's like getting the parts that you need to fix a device. It's like just doing anything. Nobody's going to do it for you. Hey, Kevin. And that's what you have to remember is that when your mental health journey depends on you and you alone. And you can have the strongest support structure in the world. You can have coping methods that help you out no matter what. But at the end of the day, it's on you. You and the choices that you make. Whether that be going to see the shrink, whether that be getting the medicine, whether that be using your coping methods, whether that be using your support structure. It's all on you, as it always is, as it always has been, and it always will be. Room comfort is important for people that are on the edge, that have depression, that have these things. I have depression. I fully admit that. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I have anxiety. All of those things I have. I have negative thoughts. And I used to act on those negative thoughts a lot. Like a lot. Like, holy crap, a lot. I was married to a bottle for the longest time. And it took a long time for me to realize that what I'm doing is not only hurting myself, it's hurting others. And when you're in that state of mind, you don't give a shit about anybody else. You can have one of two things happen. You can have that moment of clarity. You can not have that moment of clarity. And that moment of clarity comes and you gotta act on it. I know that when it comes for some people, when it came for me a couple of times, but I'm a piece of shit. Why would I fix this? You know, like why should I bother? I feel like giving up. Don't. Then it wins. Then your survival goes from 50-50 to 0%. And there would be a lot of people that would not be happy if you were out of their lives. It's just that simple. Because existing is better than not existing. Just easily put. And you choose how you exist, just like the way you choose what room that you're in at your home and how your home looks. So an hour, this was at like 11:30 at night, and an hour is what it took for me to clean my kitchen. Sorry, I'm tearing up a little bit. Is what it took for me to clean my kitchen, to talk to my fiance, to talk to my partner, talk to my best friend, and realize what the issue was and what the problem was. You know, they said something to me along the lines of safe place. And for the longest time, I thought that that was just bullshit. Safe place. Fuck you and your safe place. I don't care. But then as I got older, as I changed, as I grew, as I educated myself, a safe place is important for everyone. Our safe places are home. You don't want your home looking like a trash heap, because then you're not safe, because then you're worried, because then you're stressed. Take it easy, luggage. Because then you're who you are. And I promise I'm not ignoring the chat. That's not how this show usually works on Sundays. I've never had anybody in here before. So you have to change your environment so that the environment is nurturing and warm and comfortable for you. And if you're married, or if you're living with someone, or if you've got roommates, so that it's comfortable for everybody. My comfort level is definitely different than Emily's comfort level. My Lego room is a mess, but I'm fully comfortable in here. There's a reason you guys don't see me on the floor or anything else. Lego parts and boxes are everywhere. And that makes me comfortable, because when I look at the Lego, I think of what I can build, what I can do. And my mind starts working. And it gets me out of a negative funk if I am in one. It gets me into a positive funk. And it's fun being funky. It really is. So you take all of that into account. Your room, your mindset, your behavior set, your partner's behavior set, if you have one. And this goes for your parents too, okay? Like, in all honesty, it does. Your parents, friends, relatives, dogs, cats, whatever, okay? I'm going to tell you a secret about a padded room. A padded room is designed to calm you down. When you first get in there, you're not going to be calm. You're going to be very angry that you're in a padded room. There's no stimuli in a padded room. There's no stimuli, so your brain can't work, which means negative and optimistic images and brain patterns and thought patterns and feelings don't manifest until the rage does. Then you're literally bouncing off a padded room while you're in a jacket trying to wonder what the fuck you're even doing. That's when you start to calm down, because you've expended that energy and you've realized there's nothing that I can do in here. And my goal with all of these videos and all of these things or whatever is to share knowledge that I've picked up that can prevent you from getting in a padded room, or worse, dead. There's all sorts of things that you can do to make yourself comfortable, and that's exteriorly and interiorly. Exteriorly, you want your house to look like the way that you want it. Nobody in their right mind is happy with living in a trash hole. You might not have the best house in the world. You might not have the biggest house in the world. You might not have the smallest house in the world. But you don't want your home to look like a scavenge heap, like a landfill. You want your home to be comfortable so that when people come by, they want to stay and they want to talk to you and they want to engage. After the pandemic, after the plague, not right now. Don't invite anybody into your home. But you want to make sure that when people come into your home, they are comfortable. Because if they are not comfortable, you're not going to be comfortable. Because one, they're guests. Two, you can get that read on people when they're just not happy with being where they're at. Okay? It's that simple. You can apologize up and down. My house is a mess. Sorry. We're in the middle of doing something. Sorry. But we all know it's bullshit. You wanted somebody over because you're silently crying out for help and you think that your friend can help you. Or your family member or whatever. And you need somebody to tell you that you need help, that you need to do something about this place, You need to do something about this room. You need to do something about this area that you need to clean up. You need to grab a shovel and start hauling shit out, whatever. In Arizona, that's how I lived. Brass facts. My house was a mess. And when I moved here, I vowed that wouldn't happen again. And that's what happened in our kitchen. And that's what caused this thought process, this needing to get this out to help people in a similar situation where they're not happy with how things are in their own home. Because once things are not good in your own home, things inside start to get worse. And anyone with a mental health disorder, problem, whatever, it makes things worse. It starts to snowball. Because if you don't care about the cup that's sitting on the table, you're not going to care about the next 10 cups that's sitting on the table. If you don't care about the plate that's sitting on the table, you're not going to care about the next 10 plates that are sitting on the table. And soon you've got trash from McDonald's, from wherever you go to get your fast food all over the place, and you just don't give a shit anymore. Because why should you? You're a piece of shit that lives in a landfill. But the thing is, though, is that you're not a piece of shit that lives in a landfill. You're a person that's going through a rough time in your head, emotionally, in your body, and you don't know how to fix things because you're so overburdened. You're so piled on with the things that are on your shoulders that you can't talk to anybody about. But there are people that you can talk to about. This number is one of them. Google mental health in your area sometime, in your state, if you need to talk to somebody. And they will be able to help you. They will be able to guide you. And they will be able to get your head on right. It will take time. Make no mistake. If you decide that you want to get better, when I urge you to do, this will take time. This won't be 2 days and I feel better. This will be years. But wouldn't you rather live that life and that journey for years rather than living the life that you were in before you decided to take those steps? Wouldn't you rather live that life that makes you feel better as a person, as a father, as a brother, as a boyfriend, as a husband, as a girlfriend, as a wife, as a whatever? Because that way, when you do get around people, you are the person that you want to be rather than the person that you wish you were. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is becoming the person that you want, a person that belongs on the bottom of a taxi cab floor. Like, nobody deserves to live in their own personal hell, their own personal making. Nobody does. If you're going through that right now, you don't deserve that. You deserve better. And the only person that's going to make you get it better is you. But like I've said 100 times before, you need the medication, you need the coping, you need the support structure. Not the support structure where they come by and do everything for you. Not the support structure where they come by and they enable you to just be happy with your situation, to be okay. Well, at least you got a roof over your head. Yeah, but there's cockroaches on the floor and my dogs, I'm pretty sure, are dead. You don't need that. What you need is a friend that's going to come by and go, yeah, I'll help, but you better get off your ass too. Or you need a family member that'll come by and go, yeah, I'll help, but you better get off your ass too. Or you need just your shrink or somebody to come by and go, yeah, I'll help, but you better get off your ass too. You see the point? Get off your ass. Nobody wants to hear that because you're sad. And then you'll make you feel worse because somebody is talking to you like your emotions don't matter. And sometimes you need that kick in the ass, and sometimes you just need that shoulder to cry on. I'm the kind of person that will tell you to get off your ass. But I'm also the kind of person that will listen to what you're saying, acknowledge what you're saying, accept your emotions for what you're saying, and validate how you feel. But I will not let you sit and stew about what you're doing, how you're doing. It's not going to happen. If you want a pity parade, go somewhere else. If you want a pity party, go somewhere else. You don't need those people that will give you those things, the pity parade and the pity party. You don't need them. You don't. You need the people that are there that are going to help you emotionally, physically, and mentally. I know that if I lived closer to some of my friends that I've met online, and I said, I need to start going to the gym, some asshole would be at my door at 6 a.m. going, Jeff, let's go to the gym. Speaking of which, I do need to go to the gym. It's just that simple. But I know that my friends would be there to support me, to take me to the gym so that we can go to the gym together, so that we could sweat our asses off and that we could stop being so fat. I'm the type of person that cannot do these things by myself. I'm the type of person that needs somebody to go with me and do these things. Because then I will become the person that comes by and does it by himself, because it becomes habit. That's another thing about behavioral and environmental awareness and where you're at. Don't try to do all of these things on your own, because you will fail. Fall back on your support structure. Fall back on your coping method. Fall back on your medicine. Fall back on your shrink. It's that simple. Kevin, I would gladly go to the gym with you. And then I could be shocked about all the movies you don't see. I would gladly go to the gym with you as well, Brian. I can give you shit for not having a girlfriend and me having the best girlfriend in the world. I mean, look at me. How does this even work, right? The point that I'm trying to say is that you need to make your world into the world that you enjoy rather than the world that you hate. Because if you're hating, you're spending energy, you're spending mental effort, you're spending emotional effort on a negative virtue that is just going to bring you down. And I've done, look, you're not always going to be up and like, oh boy, I sure am glad my house got fired. No, I can get a new one. No, don't expect to be that person ever. Expect to be a person that knows how to take a loss, cope with it, and recover from it. That's the kind of person that we all need to be. Because trust me, when a hiccup happens in my life, I come close to losing it, because I've got a problem. And I don't like talking about that problem with Emily or anyone really, but here I am on camera talking about it because I would like to be able to help people get through what they're getting through so that they don't get to the points that I was at a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I would rather you be having a life that you can live proudly, knowing that there's ways to combat what you're going through. This number down here is one of them. There's other numbers too. I'll be posting them every time I do this, every last Sunday of the month. So, City of Bricktown, you take it easy. So, I hope everybody has a nice night. I'm calling it quits too. These things don't go on long. At the end of November, I will be discussing coping methods. I actually have a paper written up about them, as well as just coping methods. For Kevin and Brian, this isn't a breakdown. This is something that I do every last Sunday of the month now. It started last month. So I'm fine, as much as I can do. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I did a 3-hour stream on Saturday. That was fun, and that actually made my weekend, except for D&D today, which was even better. So find activities that you can do online with friends that you love and appreciate. That's all you gotta say. Have a nice night. Wear a fucking mask. Don't be an idiot.